Along with some of the multi-factor authentication tips that exist in another video, this video about updates, in my opinion, is one of the most important ones of the course. Seriously, so many bad hacks hinge on a part of the technology not being updated to the latest stable version, which could have the latest security updates. There's a search engine that exists where you can look up bad hacks that exist for systems. And so much of my hacking practice has been about doing bad hacks into outdated systems. So much money has been lost by companies and some brought down because a hacker was able to get into an outdated system. Please take your updates seriously. We'll go over some different things you should consider updating after we go over something called ransomware, which you could get if you don't update your systems. If you're at work, you may need extra permission to update your work devices, but in my opinion, it's good to advocate for updates, and if your company pushes out an update, to be proactive about installing that approved update. A kind of computer virus, a form of a bad computer program you or the organization you work for may get if you don't update your systems is called ransomware. Ransomware can be put into your devices by hackers who could have gotten into your devices if someone didn't update the devices. Ransomware basically locks your devices, and then bad hackers can demand payment in return for a key to unlock your devices that may or may not work. So then you could have no usable files and a lot less money. If you update your devices, then you can help reduce the risk of you becoming the victim of ransomware, since security patches can come with some updates. Your computer has software including your operating system such as Windows, Pop! OS, or Mac OS, internet browsers, or more. It's important to keep these updated. It would take a while to list all of the ways to update software, but I recommend looking up how to update software you use. A search term for this could be something like how to update Windows or how to update the Firefox browser or something like that. Here's some full disclosure. I wrote this script for this video while I have a non-security related update available for my operating system. So I understand if you want to take some minutes to do an update and can't fully judge. However, I recommend doing updates sooner rather than later, and if this was an update with a security patch in it, I'd be updating my system sooner than before I finish this video script. Drivers are basically things that help keep the things inside of your computer running well. Windows and Mac OS updates can come with driver updates, but for Windows updates, it may be necessary to go to the website of the company of the device you are using and download the driver from there. For example, if you have a Dell computer, you may have to go to Dell's website to install drivers from there, depending on how the updating situation is going between Windows and Dell. Some people may be able to get away with using older technology for a while, but some older technology, depending on the age, may not have updates available for it anymore. For example, the system may be too old to run software that has recent patches. This may be acceptable to some people who want to have devices that don't connect to the internet, but I think it's good to get newer devices from Wi-Fi routers to computers every once in a while. I'm going to guesstimate a ballpark figure of around 5 years for a good time to consider replacing older Wi-Fi routers, computers, and smartphones with newer versions. Unless you have a good reason or your company blocks unapproved updates, please consider updating your device and software on it and keeping current with updates. So many hacks rely on systems being outdated. Some software, such as some older versions of operating systems, are no longer being patched by the companies that released the software. Too many companies without updated software were hacked and either paid a lot of money or went out of business. Please make yourself less of a target by having updated systems.